Kitchen Konversations with Jessica Silas.
This is where you wanna be. This is where you wanna be. This is where you wanna be. Friendship, food, and honesty. Friendship, food, and honesty. Friendship, food, and honesty. This is where you wanna be. This is where you wanna be. This is where you wanna be. Come in and join the conversation.
Kitchen Konversations with Jessica Silas.
This is where you wanna be. 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 This is where you wanna be.
Kitchen Konversations with Jessica Silas.
Hey family, it's Jessica. Welcome to Kitchen Konversations. I'm so excited that you decided to join me today. I have so much greatness in store for you. We have my very special friend, one of my greatest friends, Brandy Zeigler, joining us today. You're probably wondering, what does that have to do with us? Everything, because she's gonna tell us how to be bosses, but not just any bosses, boss mommies, okay? And so she'll be joining us. She's one of the founders, she's the only founder actually, of As One Charity, the charity that's nearest and dearest to my heart. I love it. I love what she's about. I love what she does, but I'm gonna hold off about everything that I love and let you fall in love with her too. So stay tuned, get ready for some good food, and get ready for some great conversation. Miss Brandy! Welcome to the kitchen!
Thank you.
You're in the kitchen, miss?
I am in the kitchen.
I'm so excited.
I'm excited.
So, this is my friend Brandy, y'all. She's not just any friend, she's a good friend too. She was with little young Ratchet Jessica. She's been with me every stage of life. She's been here, okay? And I won't go into it too deep right now because I don't want to get emotional, but she's literally a huge part of who I am and what I am today. And so I'm grateful for her and even more grateful that I get to share her with you guys. And so let's get into what we're cooking today.
Yeah,
because we love food.
Yes, we do.
We love food. It makes us happy. So something a little special for my special friend. We are having a Cajun shrimp pasta.
Okay.
We love a good pasta. We love good food. We just like to eat.
I'm
so
with this.
that's us. That's our friendship. In a nutshell, food and conversation. Isn't that crazy?
Thank God.
Yeah. Oh, duh. Him too. He a huge part of this friendship. But so let's get started with that so we can really dig into what we're gonna talk about today, all the juicy stuff, and so you guys can boss up like my boss friend. You're a boss. Okay, so first, because I already cooked the pasta for us, because I was just trying to let's get through this process a little quicker so we can eat. And so I cooked the pasta, it's waiting for us, and so we'll get started on the sauce because the best part to pasta is a creamy sauce. And so we're gonna turn our little stove on right here. And that's not the right pilot, but this will be. And stove is on. And so we don't want to burn anything. So we're gonna add our oil. Oil's in the pot, let it get hot. Oil's in the pot, let it get hot. Hey, oil's in the pot. It's like classy, it's ratchet and it's classy mixed
With
together.
cooking.
Yeah, so we're in the vein.
Classic kitchen cooking show.
Yeah, the best. And so after, yes, you can actually help and you can put the onions in the pot. The onions are
Just
part
throw
of
them in
throw them in the pot. Boom. The onions are like a part of the trinity for cooking. Onion, bell pepper, celery. You can do any meal with those three things and it'll be popping. Trust me on this. I'm the girl in the kitchen. And so we'll stir that up until the onion is translucent. And then we'll add in garlic. We got garlic. Garlic is the best. Add that in there, miss. Look at you. Look at your form. Dipping and pouring. Perfect. So then we'll stir it up now. And because our pasta is already finished, like I said, we're doing the sauce right now. And so the next part to the sauce, vegetable stock. Not that cheap clear stuff that y'all be buying at the grocery store. Vegetable stock. It's good. Good stuff. So we'll add that in. There we go. And so the creamy part of the creamy sauce. Heavy whip. Don't leave home without it, okay? So we'll pour that in. Thicker than a Snicker.
That's super good. It's like the Coca-Cola oatmeal thing.
Right. So we'll stir that up. And then one last thing to just get our sauce simmering. Some diced tomatoes. They smell amazing too. We'll do half of, sorry miss. We'll do half of that. We're good. Oh, we'll do the whole thing.
Oh shoot, sorry. You can't have too many tomatoes.
Right. And so we'll turn that up a little. Let it boil, let it simmer. And we'll move forward shortly. In the pot and it's simmering, let's get our garlicky bread popping, okay? Garlic bread. We love bread.
And so does my daughter.
Right.
All of this bread.
Okay, so we got a little Kerrygold garlic and herb butter.
Okay.
Fire, okay? Fire. Love Kerrygold. It's like my favorite butter brand.
Ooh,
ever.
it already has garlic in it.
Yeah!
Oh, that's fancy.
I know, right? So if you want to scoop and spread, that'll be amazing.
That sounds tricky.
There you go, miss. Here, I'll set it there. And while she's doing this, I'm going to dump some seasoning into our simmering. Little season, babe. Little seasoning. What's pasta without some good seasoning?
Dry.
Whack. That's what it is. And bada bing, bada boom. So we got all the seasoning. You still spreading. And so while you spreading, I'm just gonna get all up in your business.
Okay.
Okay, so I know who Brandy is.
Okay.
I know what you're capable of. I know what you do. But I feel like a lot of who you are is valuable to so many other people besides me. So round it up, sum it up. Who is Brandy Zeigler?
Whew, that's a loaded question.
It is. Shots out, guns blazing.
I know.
Let us know.
Okay, let's see. Who am I? Well, I'm a mom now.
Yes! The most beautiful baby girl in the world. My Zia, little pickle.
I'm a mom. I like to think of myself as the average person who likes to do extraordinary things. That's it.
What? I mean, nothing big.
Nothing
An
big.
average person who does extraordinary things, and extraordinary is who she is. Like, that's Brandy, and like, that's you. I'm not just saying that because she's my friend. I'm not gassing her up. Tell them about As One Charity, and maybe you guys will understand a little bit more why she's so extraordinary.
Well, for those who don't know, I guess that would be everyone but you. As One, we are a group of individuals.
I'm better this week.
Yeah, do that, because I did one. It's only right to do the other one. So we're a group of individuals who like to help the world and create change. Right now, we're focused on children, arts, education, and just resources with them. So we have a project that we're doing in Jamaica. We are doing an awesome summer camp. This will be our sixth year. Our sixth year going.
I've been there 5 of the 6. Well, this will be my 5th out of the 6.
Yeah, and so we have an amazing group of people who come, and we spend about 10 days there with our kids. We do all of these amazing classes with them, everything from art to computer to creative writing to language to just, what else do we do? Dance, music.
They love dance, okay?
Everything. And we also do, our one-on-one time with our kids, what we like to call homeroom, which is basically our self-care with our children. We like to, ooh, is that cheese?
Yes.
Oh.
Cheesy bread.
And butter?
Yes, and garlic.
I like this. So yeah, we like to do one-on-one with our kids, get to know them, empower them, build them. Jess, you're really good at that with our young girls.
Those are my babies.
Yeah, we like to leave little, what is it, like?
What?
tools.
Oh
For
yeah.
them once we leave, life tools with them. And so, yeah.
Jamaica, I know why, but why Jamaica? Like, people like to think of that as a vacation spot, but you saw that as a service spot. Like,
Well,
why?
I was actually there working, which is hilarious. It wasn't even that I was on vacation. I was working and I met awesome group of people and awesome community. And I felt like all the wonderful work that we do in Los Angeles, we could be doing somewhere else. And so it really wasn't designed to take people on a trip. It was designed to just give resources and give backpacks and school supplies and do stuff. And then people wanted to come. And then people wanted to teach, and then people wanted to do more things, and so every year it just keeps growing.
That's so amazing, and it's so impactful. It's literally one of my favorite parts of my year each year, because every August because we get to go, and as much as we prepare to go and serve and give, we all leave with so much more. And so even the fact that this was something that she decided that she was gonna do because she went to this beautiful island, she saw a need, she had a desire to meet a need, and then she brought other people along. And even when I joined as one, I always supported it because I was like, ooh, she killing it. She started a nonprofit, go girl. And it started in LA, serving the displaced and all that good stuff, but it was so much bigger than that. It's all so much bigger. Yeah. And even what she's done to this point, it's so much bigger. And so when I had the opportunity to finally join a trip, I've been in all of them except for one. So veteran in the game.
Only the first
veteran
one.
in the game. Yeah, it was small. So really popped off once I joined.
It's a preliminary trip.
But going there, it's so much bigger, and it birthed purpose in me. I remember sitting in her living room leading up to that trip, and I was just I don't know, I feel like I'm supposed to go. I don't know, but I was in such a broken and a weird state. It was after I moved back to California from living in Atlanta. Nice. I was going through weird stuff, just trying to find my footing, figure out who Jessica really is. And I come to her house, and I'm sitting in her living room crying, snot nose, and all that other good stuff, because that's what we do. And I'm I don't know, I feel like I'm supposed to go here with you. And she's like, I feel like you're supposed to go here too. And from that moment on, it literally transformed my life, and it birthed something new in me. So it's you being obedient and birthing even your purpose baby. Yes, she has a real baby, so she's a boss mom in the natural and in the spiritual, and in birthing people's purpose. So many people I've watched over the last 5 years be birthed into their purpose because she said yes, and she brought people along with it. And so that's just dope. That's amazing. It's great to watch. So we need to put our bread in the oven so it can cook. Yeah, you stir that.
Okay.
I'm gonna open the oven.
I can't believe it's been. What year was that?
What year? So 5 years. It's 2020. 5 years. 2015 was my first trip with As One Charity.
Oh wow!
It was the plot twist to my whole life, and I would have never ever assumed it. I didn't even really know what mission work and service trips were. I just went out on a limb and knew I was supposed to be doing something more with my life, and he provided me with an avenue to do the more.
And you've seen it grow.
Yes.
From that first trip to now.
From an infant to a toddler. I've seen.
Yeah, and our kids get bigger every year.
Yes, they're huge.
And now we have interns because they've outgrown the age of camp, so they come back
to serve.
So
they're serving in their own community, and so that just even shows you've planted the seeds of service even in the community. We didn't just go there here, take a book bag, here, take a notebook, here, take crayons. It's here, take some wisdom, here, take some a switch of a mindset. Here, take this stuff, tools. Yeah. To build them up and to just make your overall country better. So that's amazing. You're amazing.
You're amazing.
Okay, let's add in. It smells amazing. Let's add in some broccoli and let's cook up our.
Are we putting it in here?
Yeah, throw your broccoli in
the sauce.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because we're healthy around here.
Broccoli in the sauce.
We eat healthy, but we eat good. And so I'm gonna stop.
That's pretty.
Turning on the wrong part of the stove. That's what we're gonna
some pretty little colors.
It is. Because you have your tomatoes, you have your broccoli, you have the creaminess, you have everything. It's bomb. And it just gets better too. So we're gonna heat this up and we're gonna switch it up a little and we're gonna cook our shrimp in this same
Are we still using our garlic butter?
Yes, because we're gonna cook our shrimp in the garlic butter. Take it up a notch. take it up a notch.
Some of that butter.
And so the butter's in there, it's melting, and
Are we using?
nope, none of that. We'll be using some of that a little later in our sauce, as well as the spinach. So with shrimp, one of the main things that you want to make sure that you do is don't have wet shrimp. Like, do not dry your shrimp before you cook it. Otherwise, you're gonna be eating rubber. That's why.
Really?
Have you ever had like rubbery shrimp?
Yeah.
It's because it was cooked wet.
I've had some terrible shrimp.
Yeah,
before.
me too. And I love shrimp. It's my favorite. So you want to make sure it's as dry as possible when cooking it. So our shrimp is nice and dry. It's ready. Once this butter melts in here, it's doing a pretty good job of that. You see the little garlic. You see the parsley.
I'm really
it
in love
smells
with this
amazing.
butter.
It's amazing in here. Right, Kerrygold butter, guys. And so then we will put our shrimp in this heated pan, and it will be amazing.
Is this medium heat?
Yes, medium heat on everything. Go ahead and stir. Use your good stirring skills, miss.
I'm a lefty.
Really? Like right now, or you've always been a lefty?
I mean, since I've, known.
Oh,
Left from right has been left.
the things you learn about your friend on Kitchen Konversations. So I'm gonna throw this in there. The pan has gotten a little hot. Matter of fact, I need,
You want another?
can you hand me a spatula?
Sure. You want this one?
Yeah. So dumping it in there to make sure that your shrimp cooks evenly. Make sure they all have their own little spot in the pot. Get your own spot in the pot.
Everybody gets a seat.
Right. Everybody has a seat at this table. Not everybody. No, not everybody gets invited to the kitchen. Okay. So everything has its spot. Almost. Yeah, shrimp cooks super quick. So then we're gonna add our seasoning.
What is it?
It's our Cajun blend. I can't tell everything because I kind of mix a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of that, a little bit of this.
Is it like the KFC secret recipe?
Yeah. What's like that 7
You
herbs?
can definitely Google it and find out.
Well, you can't Google this, okay?
Just saying.
This isn't Googleable.
This is
Yes.
just a secret recipe for Cajun.
Yes. Flat out.
Is it spicy?
No, because I know my dear friend doesn't like spicy. She's missing out, guys. Let her know.
I don't understand why people want their mouth to burn. That's just weird.
No, like spicy enough to still like taste stuff, but flavor. It's all about flavor, the different spices. Is our sauce getting thicker?
Sure. How do I know?
It just looks thicker. Like when you stir, it's not as liquidy, but it's more so like thick, like the consistency.
How thick are we talking? Beyonce, Megan Thee Stallion, that we're so thick.
Ooh, these are thick, thick, thick. Is it Meg the Stallion strong knees thick?
It's definitely Houston thick.
Hey! So we'll keep it in there a little bit longer.
Okay.
But what I like to do, if you would like to add some of our mozzarella to it,
That's this
stir
one.
that.
The
Yes,
softer
it's that
looking
one. It's the
How much
softer
am I
one.
adding?
Just do a little, like a handful.
A razzle dazzle?
A little razzle dazzle.
Okay.
Perfect. Cheese bag. Cheese bag.
Yeah, I just feel like cheese is just necessary for
It
everything.
is. It's so necessary. Okay. It's looking a little thick. So if you want, you can add in our pasta noodles.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna get real. I live for a one pot wonder. Like the less dishes, the better.
I'm with you. So all of this pasta.
Yeah. Perfect.
What kind of pasta is this?
So those are bow tie. With this recipe, I either like a good bow tie or a penne. They're both fire today because it was cute. We got the bow ties.
It's so classy.
It is. Look, we got classy pasta. Who would have thunk it?
Who would have thunk it?
Brandy and Jess with classy pasta. All right, so our shrimp is pretty much done. And so we're gonna turn off the stove and let it sit until our pasta is done because you don't wanna overcook your shrimp. Some people cook the shrimp and then throw it in the pasta and then you end up with rubbery pasta still because it's overcooked. So we're just gonna turn off the stove and let it sit until our pasta is done.
Ooh, look at that cheese.
Right, that's my favorite. So with yours, we can turn yours down a little bit past medium, right? Not that low. No notch, no, one more notch.
Medium.
Right there, miss.
So still
And
medium.
still medium. We're gonna add in some scoops, well, some handfuls of spinach because it's spinach. It's so healthy.
You need it.
To grow big and strong, you need it. And you'll stir that up, and then we'll put the lid on so it can simmer and get thicker. And then we're gonna just sit down and we gonna talk. We gonna chill. We gonna
Let our food cook.
yeah. All right. Our food is done.
And it looks amazing.
It smells amazing. It looks amazing. We got our pasta. So let's dig in.
Thank you, Lord, for this food.
Amen. Amen and amen.
I'm with this.
That's fire. Oh wait, we forgot our bread. Here, girl. Eat your bread. We need carbs.
No, I don't.
Carbs for breakfast, carbs for dinner. And not to forget our cucumber mint lemonade. Drink up. You want me to pour it up? Pour it up, pour it up.
I'm gonna keep eating. I'm gonna keep pouring.
Okay. More of this.
It's really good.
It is. We do really good. We have
I like this Cajun secret recipe.
Okay, so this is great, but we're getting back in your business. Sip your tea. So your first time mommy, duh, amazing baby girl. Purpose and passion, like how did you juggle that? Like what did it look like? Because there was no blueprint, especially doing what you do, planning these trips, traveling the world. You have a baby, you're a mom, your life changed. How did you like stay consistent? How did you juggle like pursuing your purpose, pursuing your passion, and raising your daughter in excellence?
Well, that's a great question. I think that it's an ongoing process.
Yeah.
You learn the balance because the needs change often. So her needs as an infant versus her needs now that she's 1 is very different. How much attention I need to give to her. But I think that at first it was really difficult feeling guilty of neglecting one or the other.
Mom guilt. I'm not a mom, but I've heard about it.
It's a real thing. It's a real thing. But luckily, I was able to really, really lean on people like you and the other people in our As One tribe to really pick up the slack for me. And I just admitted, like, guys, I fully can't give this the attention that I used to. I have to deal with Zia. I have to be her mommy first. Can you guys help out? And it gave you guys the opportunity just to step up and take on more leadership and more proactive. And it grew. I was like, oh, I think I've been holding you back. Zia should have came sooner, but it's an ongoing process of trying to figure out how to be a good mommy, but also how to fulfill not only my purpose, but my own selfish desires of wanting to have a purpose in this world. Nobody wants to be purposeless. We want to like be impactful. And so being a mom is impactful, and being responsible for a whole human being is a big deal.
A whole human
being is a big deal. But I always was like, my kids in Jamaica need me, and I just need to get them what they want. So.
Right. Do you feel like you having a child helped you serve the kids in Jamaica at a greater capacity?
I think so. I think that I was always kind of a mom in heart.
Yes. But she was like that sir mom, like, sit down.
And I feel like that.
She is.
But I'm very soft on Zia. But I think I've always been a mom at heart, but I think having more empathy for the kids of, you know, I've always believed in them and wanted them to be better, but I think I understand them more of what it means to be like a child in a sense, and being away from your mom and being with people you don't know and they're telling you what to do all day. And, you know, and just, I think I've learned a new respect for the parents as well.
Yeah.
And not
it's hard sometimes.
It is hard because you want to judge people you don't know, like, why is your kid acting out?
Right. And why aren't you doing this for your kid? Or why aren't you being that for your kid? Or why aren't you teaching your kid this? And so because you're a mom now, I think you're able to see like at a greater scale. And I even think like this year we were able, like you shared that insight with us, like, hey guys, like maybe let's lay off of that. Like
you were
nice. Right. Like you were still firm, you were still like, there's consequences, there's repercussions, there's you know, there's lessons and there's rules, but you're like, hey, let's maybe look into it a little deeper, or you know, see something from a different light. Like aside from that, like everybody's like, ooh, I'm trying to win in life, winning. Did your like vision of winning change, like what it looked like to win in life before Zia and then now? And what does that look like for you now, like as a mom, as a boss, like because you still work too, like you have a baby, you have this nonprofit, and you have a job. So like what does winning look like for Brandy right now?
I think that's a great question for where I am in my life right now, because I'm literally in the middle of trying to figure out what that new winning looks like, because very often I've set goals and accomplished them, and then like, okay, let's get a new goal. Right. But right now, like, I can keep setting goals and keep pushing, but what does winning really look like for me right now? And I think winning right now looks like being a good mom. Yeah. Like that's really important for me, is not to get so sidetracked with my own ambition that I'm not sewing into my daughter properly. Right. And so when I see her growing, I see how smart she is, I see her happy, very well taken care of, it makes me proud. And I'm like, I'm doing something right. Right. Like this feels good. It's very rewarding just to be like, I'm a good mama. Yeah, you know, you are. Thanks. You're so good with her. So if there was one thing that you desire for people to take away from your life, or even like your new journey right now, because I even think that that's changed. Like my life 2 years ago, take this from it, or like your life now. Like what's one thing that you really like pray, like, Lord, allow people to see this from my life, allow people to take this away from my life. What would that be? Like I mentioned before, I'm an ordinary person. I literally am not given any privilege in life. You know, it wasn't as if I was given any special circumstance. My circumstance, if anything, was probably more of a setback in my life. So I would like for people to look at me like they, you know, identify with me on an average scale, on a personal scale of like, yeah, I may have a few accomplishments that are a little bit bigger than the average person, but at the end of the day, God uses anybody to do anything. Like, really don't disqualify yourself for any type of purpose, any goal, whatever it is in your heart to set out to do, take it step by step and just move forward, and it will be accomplished. The only way you fail is if you stop. So don't really stop. Just don't stop. Don't stop. Like, just keep going. Whatever it is that's in your heart that makes you happy, that you want to do, you're qualified to do it. You could do it. Just keep pushing. Even on those times that you can't believe in yourself, God will send people to reaffirm that you're exactly where you're supposed to be and doing exactly what you're supposed to do. That's so good and so like insightful. I think so often we just like, we quit, we give up, and we're like, well, why is my life this way? And it's like, you threw in the towel. Like, it wasn't that you weren't capable of doing it. It's that you stopped believing that you were capable. It's self-doubt. Yeah. And we all struggle with it. Yes. For sure. But I think like, one of the best things that you can do is to write down the things that you want to do. Write the vision. So you can see it, and you can remember in those moments of discouragement, you can look back in those moments of hopefulness. Like when I was hopeful and I was happy and I thought I could do this, I wrote this. I need to get back to this place. I need to remind myself of this mentality, because I was once there. I need to stay there. Right. That's so good. So we like to allow you guys the opportunity to peek into my life, because I be digging in y'all life and asking y'all the questions and just be adding in my own little 2 cents and my own little salt. So you get to ask Jess. So is there anything at all that you want to ask Jess? What's the secret Cajun? No, I'm just I don't know. Like you mentioned, I've known you for quite some time. I've seen you in very many different layers and levels of maturity in your life. Yeah. And I've loved you, every single version of you, and I'm going to always love you. But I would like to know, at this moment in your life, what is your most, proud accomplishment? Wow. My most proud accomplishment. Ooh,
That's deep. That's a good question, Brandy. I would have to say, and I don't even know if I can call it like an accomplishment because I don't know that it was a goal to begin with. But I think I'm just like proud of who I am as a person and like my heart. And so I would have to say when I donated my kidney. So I donated my kidney to a coworker's mom. I remember, like, I'll make the story really short, but I remember this coworker posted on social media one day, like, that his mom was dying. She needed a kidney transplant, and because he had gone through cancer and his brother was like a diabetic, they couldn't donate because if you have any pre-existing conditions, you're just canceled out. And he posted on social media, like, this is a long shot. I don't know if anybody would even respond to this, but my mom needs a kidney and I'm desperate. So if anybody's open, if anybody's available, if anybody's willing, like, please help. And I remember seeing that and I was like, that's so sad. Like, and then I remember he asked for something and everybody just kept responding about how sad it was or how, oh, I'm so sorry. That's so sad. Right. And so I'm like, he asked for a solution. You guys are just offering sympathy, which is nice, but that's not what he asked for. And so I remember reading it and I was like a new Christian, like baby in Christ. And I remember telling God, like, if this is still up tomorrow and nobody else has responded to say anything, I'll do it. And like, I'll respond, I'll say something. And the next day I checked and nobody had given any like solution. It was just all, I'm sorry. And so I messaged him. I didn't even want to do it publicly. I messaged him and I said, hey, I don't even know what this is. I don't know if I can, but I'm willing to try. And so we went through the process and me and this little white lady, I mean, she lit up. We were like a perfect match. It's like I was born for her. Like our blood types are everything. Like when they did the test, it's like, this was her kidney. And then like the day of surgery, we found out that her dad's birthday and my birthday were the same birthday. God. Like it was just a whole bunch of stuff. But the fact that I'm able to see her alive today and I'm like, this man didn't have to lose his mother, all because of like a simple yes from me. Yeah. And it was like, I'm still like blown away that God would use me in that magnitude, but I'm just proud of myself for saying yes. That's big for me. And that's probably like that will probably want to be one of the things that I'm forever most proud of myself for saying yes. I don't know that I would say yes again, but I said yes then. Got one left, right. So. And so we're good. Yeah, that's it for me. That's no more kidneys. Don't ask, okay? I ain't got no more.
You got a lung?
I do, but no. This was so amazing, Brandy. I'm so grateful that you came in, that you shared. I pray that you guys all check out As One Charity. You can check them out on Instagram. You can check them out on Facebook. You can even check her out, Twitter. You can check her out on all her social media. Hashtag BZ. Like that's spelling it out. Hashtag BEEZZEE on Instagram. Follow asonecharity.org. Go to the website. Donate supplies, donate money. Like we need it all. Donate your time. Like we need people, we need supplies, we need everything to go forth and serve. I'm so grateful to have my friend here. I pray that you guys got some gems from this episode. And even those of you who are mommies out there, you learn that it's okay to do both. You can be mommy and boss, both and. Like actually your little mini you needs to see you being mommy and boss. Yeah. And so follow your dreams, follow your passions, like just do it all. So I hope you all enjoyed this amazing episode. I hope you all enjoyed this amazing meal. Watching it, Alice, it's good. It is good. I hope that you join me for a future episode of Kitchen Conversations. It's been real, family. I'll see you later.
Bye.